Hi, welcome back to math. Today we're going to talk about division basics. Division basics. Division problems, when they're written in your normal algorithm, that's what this is called, an algorithm. Everybody say algorithm. It means that it's written in a standard way that you normally see it. Now this means we have 12 things, and we're going to divide it by 4. So we're going to put 4 things. We're going to put 4 things in our groups. So here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 things right there. So I'm going to circle that. And I have, oh look, I've got another 4 things, don't I? So I'm circling 4 things. Now, how many groups did I end up with? I ended up with 1 group here, 2 groups here, and 3 groups. So our answer is 3. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That means that we have 12 items. We decided to count 4 items and circle 4 items, which we did, and it left us with 3 groups. All right? Now let's change the way we do that. Now if you notice over here, I have your division steps, okay? Now in your division steps, I want you to say Daddy divide is our first step. Then we have Mommy multiply for our second step. Then we have Sister subtract for our third step. And then this is called Brother bring down is our 4th step. And I'm going to go over that with you. So let's write that out in a little different form. Okay? So I'm going to remove this, and hopefully I can remove the numbers without messing up my dots. So I'm going to have a thing that looks like, most teachers call this like a house. Now what number goes on the inside of the house? The first number goes on the inside of the house. Don't say the biggest number, because we're going to, later in this year, we're going to actually put a smaller number inside and have a bigger number on the outside. And that's going to be another step for us. But let's remember, everybody say it with me, the first number goes on the inside of the house. So we have our 12 on the inside, and what number goes on the outside?
4.
A 4. Okay, so now we're going to ask our Daddy divide question. Okay? How many... Now remember, we're counting in groups of 4, right?
Yep.
Now if we had 1 dot out here, see the 1 dot? Can we circle 4 dots right here to make 1 group?
No.
We don't have enough, do we? So what do? Well, we put a 0 up above the 1 because we don't have 4 dots to circle, right? So that's our Daddy divide question. So let's all say the Daddy divide question together. How many 4s are in 1? 0. So we put our 0 over the top. Now we're going to ask our Daddy divide question again, because we haven't been able to go anywhere on our problem, right? So now we're going to ask, how many 4s are in 12? Everybody? How many 4s are in 12?
3.
So the question, here's really our question. If I wrote it out, 4 times what would equal 12? 4 times what would equal 12?
3.
You know it's 3, right? Because you've memorized your mathematics, right? So, here's what we do. What do we do next? We're going to do our Mommy multiply. So we take our 3, and we're going to put it above the 2. Put the 3 above the 2. Okay? Now I have to erase that so we have enough room to work. So now we're going to do the Mommy multiply question. Are you ready? 4 times 3 equals 12. And that's where we put the 12. Now we've done the Daddy divide question, which was how many 4s are in 12. Now we went to Mommy multiply. 4 times 3 equals 12. What's our next part? Sister subtract. Everybody say it. Sister subtract. So now we put a subtraction sign. I feel like I should make these in the colors that they're in. Can you see it okay? Yeah? So now we're going to do our sister subtract. 2. We have 2 to begin with, and we're going to take away 2. It's going to give us what? 0. And we have 1, and we're going to take away 1, and that's going to give us a 0. So now we have a 0. So as you can see, we've done our daddy divide, mommy multiply, sister subtract, and we're done with our problem, and our answer is 3, as we got up here, right? Now, let's do this same thing again, but let's do it with a different problem, okay? I'm going to get rid of all of this, and let's change this slightly. Let's make this a 4. Oops. Let's make this a 4, and let's divide. What were we dividing for last time? By 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's figure out what that is. Now, we could draw out dots, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dots to draw out, isn't there?
Yes.
So, rather than doing dots, what do we need to put on the inside of the house? Our first number goes on the inside of the house. So, we have 124. 124 goes on inside. What goes on the outside? 4. Okay, here we go. Ready? What's the first thing we do? Daddy divide. So we ask what question? How many 4s? Say that. How many 4s are in 1? 0. So I'm going to put a 0 over the top. Now I'm going to ask the daddy divide question again. What is it? How many 4s are in? 12, right. So how many 4s are in 12? 3. Because we know 4 times 3, right? So now we're going to go down to what step? Mommy multiply. Everybody. Mommy multiply. 4 times 3 equals 12. Now we're going to do what? Sister subtract. So we're going to put a subtraction sign there. 2 from 2 is 1 from 1 is. Now we get to do what?
Brother, bring down.
Right on. Brother, bring down. So we're going to bring that 4 right down. And now we're going to ask our what question again? We're going to go up to the top. We're going to go back up to this one. What is our question?
Daddy divide.
Daddy divide. And that means what? How many 4s are in 4? Right here, right?
Yeah.
How many?
1.
1. So now we do what part? Sister subtract. So, do we do sister subtract? Did we miss something? Oh, mommy multiply, because we got nothing down here to subtract, do we? See, you've got to pay attention to this order. Okay? So let's do mommy multiply. So that is 4. You guys should be doing this. 4
times
1. 4 times 1 is what?
4.
So we put our 4 down here. Now we do what?
Sister subtract.
Right, we're going to do the sister subtract. So we put a subtraction sign there. Go ahead. 4, take away 4.
Equals 0.
So are we done?
Yes.
We don't have any more numbers over here, so we have nothing to brother bring down, do we?
No.
So our answer is
31.
31. Okay? Now that's how you do all division problems. would you like to do one more?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do one more. Let's turn this one into a something slightly different. Let's do a 3. Okay? Let's see what happens. All right, so what do we put on the inside of our house? Quickly. 124. We're going to divide it by 3. We start out with our Daddy Divide question. What is it? How many 3's go into 1? How many?
0.
0. Next question is our Daddy Divide question. We haven't gone anywhere yet, right? So, how many 3's are in 12, right?
4.
How many? 4. Now what do we do?
Sister subtract.
No, Mommy multiply. Don't forget to do that. 3 times 4 is
12.
12. Now what do we do? Sister subtract is what we do now. 2 away from 2 is 0. 1 away from 1 is 0. Now what do we do next? Brother bring down. So we have a 4. So we have how many dots? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. How many are we going to circle? This is our Daddy Divide question, isn't it? How many 3's are in 4? 1, right? Because if we circled those 3 items, right. So now what do? We do our Mommy multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. Now what do? Sister subtract. Put a subtraction sign. That's going to leave us 4 minus 3 leaves us with what? 1. Now, usually you're going to just put a remainder 1 here. Okay? Is that the way we've done it in the past, right? And that's fine for the time being. So we will do more of this next time we do division. I think we'll probably be talking about in decimals.
Okay.
I love math.